Good day, everyone, especially to Sir Mesh. Good day, sir. I'm Roxan Borja, and I'm presenting this video as for my submission to the final requirement. So this video is all about spoken poetry that I personally made as to end racial discrimination. This is under the multicultural and global literacy. So yeah. I made it personally and I hope you will like it, and thank you in advance. If we try to live in Antarctica, written by yours truly. Hey you! Yes, you. Where's your place? Does it have peace or do you feel less? Does it have equality or do you feel empty? Does it have freedom or you're stuck with the rules of kingdom? You, all of you, people from the north, south, east, west, is it okay to talk about personal, societal, and country's life of darkest? The hate, the violence, pressure, the innocence, the inequality, the injustice divides human into practice. Is it fine to live like this? Or it's just we feel it's our place? Living as an Asian Filipina was beautiful yet tearful phenomena. Having been mocked made me shocked that the brown skin, flat nose, average height does matter to be judged by others' insight. This is a discrimination that calls for division. Let's travel Africa, the second largest continent, where we hear the African sentiment, crying back, fighting against racism that seems wrong by the presence of colonialism. As colonizers believed that Africans are invisible, they're powerless, ignorant, and incapable. This is a discrimination that calls for division. Let's sail to the Australian continent, where people were less magnificent, non-indigenous and indigenous treated unequally, just like how it creates boundary. Indeed, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander were the ancestor. The latter became the priority of the mentor. There's sadness, there's pain. Let the eyes of the mentor realize stopping the rain. This is a discrimination that calls for division. Let's go to Europe, the home of hope, the dream place of human where no one would ask the place in human. To the African class and their color, colonization leads to an open door that their freedom and rights had faded away and turned into fights. This is a discrimination that calls for division. Let's visit Western North America and Latin South America, two continents that has multiple functions like basilica, functions to unite states, but it seems to have bad taste, functions to support one another, but it seems to take different roads forever, functions to foster diversified culture, but it seems out of nurture. Unfair treatment to Black Americans means choosing one color. Such thing happened to Africans. This is a discrimination that calls for division. Now, where's your place? Did it made you at peace, or did you felt less? Did it realize equality, or did you felt empty? Did it shine with freedom, or you're still stuck with the rules of kingdom? In this world full of negativity, may we find the light of positivity. The hate, the violence should cease, for it has no essence. The inequality, the injustice should cease, for it's a malpractice. This is the right life we should bear, where the hope of our nation will love and care. Be an advocate as light in darkness. Speak for the world's silentness. This will end racial discrimination that will build and unite nation. Skin color speak for acceptance. Being powerless, ignorant, and incapable speak for nation's significance. Indigenous are important as former, so as to non-indigenous as the latter. Having been blessed with riches doesn't need to treasure other pieces. Multiple functions should serve its people and flat the curve. Black lives matter. White seems to for their sister and brother. One continent is still missing. It must be added to the listing. There's already 6 continents that's so persistent. Asian, African, Australian, European, North American, South American. After visiting Basilica, I once said, if we try to live in Antarctica, there's so much hope and peace, where no hate, violence, inequality, and injustice.